The most wild, yet most homely narrative I am about to pen, I neither expect nor solicit belief. Mad am I not, and very surely I do not dream. But tomorrow I die, and today I would unburthen my soul. My immediate process is to place before the world, plainly, succinctly, and without comment, a series of mere household events. In their consequence, these events have terrified, have tortured, have destroyed me. I married early, and was happy to find my wife a disposition not uncongenial with my own. Observing my partiality for domestic pets, we had birds, goldfish, a fine dog, rabbits, a small monkey, and a cat. Pluto, this was the cat's name, was my favorite pet and playmate. He attended me wherever I went about the house. For several years my general temperament and character, through the instrumentality of the fiend Intemperance, had experienced a radical alteration for the worse. Even Pluto began to experience the effects of my ill temper. One night, returning home much intoxicated, I fancied the cat avoid my presence. I seized him, when in a fright the cat inflicted a wound upon me with his teeth. I took a knife and deliberately cut out one of its eyes from the socket. The cat slowly recovered. He went about the home as usual, but, as might be expected, fled in extreme terror at my approach. The spirit of perverseness, I say, came to my final overthrow. It purged me to consummate the injury I had inflicted upon the unoffending brute. I slipped a noose around its neck and hung it to the limb of a tree. Hung it because I knew that it loved me, and because I felt it had given me no reason of offense. Hung it because I knew that in doing so I was committing a sin, a deadly sin that would so jeopardize my immortal soul. I could not rid myself of the phantom of the cat. I went as far as to regret the loss of the animal, and among the vile haunts in which I frequented, I searched for another pet of the same species. One night, as I sat in a den of more than infamy, my attention was suddenly drawn to some black object. It was a black cat, fully as large as Pluto and closely resembling him in every aspect but one. Pluto had not a white hair upon any portion of his body, but this cat had a large, although indefinite, splotch of white. Upon my touching him, he immediately aroused, purred loudly, and rubbed against my hand. When I prepared to go home, the animal evinced a disposition to accompany me. I permitted it to do so. When it reached the house, it domesticated itself at once. For my own part, I found a disliking to it arising within me. I avoided the creature, but gradually, very gradually, I came to look upon it with unalterable loathing. Added to my hatred of the beast was the discovery, on the morning after I brought it home, that, like Pluto, it had also been deprived of one of its eyes. My wife had called to my attention more than once to the character of the mark of white hair. It was now the representation of an object that I shuddered to name. I say, the image of a hideous, of ghastly thing.